This is a top 15 matchup featuring ACC versus SEC. Two conferences geographically linked, and typically the ACC arrives with a chip on its shoulder and a point to prove when they face the SEC. Welcome to Death Valley, the home field of the Clemson Tigers. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Kernstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. The Tigers will kick this away to start us off. Fields it just outside the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So LSU's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. Got a quarterback here who was really dialed in the last game. Incredibly efficient performance. Let's see if Kirk, if he can duplicate that again today.
Yeah, he just seemed to be in that zone. You know, like you said, every decision was very solid. Put the ball right where the receivers can make a play. I think that's the important thing today. Going up against a defense that has great athletic ability. Just continue to make those good decisions. Be accurate with the ball. And he's got another chance to have another great day. We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Going all the way back to Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Short pass finds the tight end. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody.
And they trap him for a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and then come up with the first sack of the game.
That sack sets up a second down and long. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Now on third and very long, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. And they get the conversion there. Set up now first down at the 38.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Caught in the backfield. It's Durham. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Looking to throw yet again. Caught behind the line. It's Durham. Good job with the defense to fight through the blocks in that screen. He's short of the first down mark.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. They will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. With that miss, the score remains the same. So the Clemson Tigers offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. And Kirk, this is what we've been looking forward to. A matchup of two quarterbacks who are elite, very competitive, matched up against each other today. One of the better matchups we'll see all season.
Yeah, a game that we really pointed to all summer. Looking forward to this matchup. Knew these two quarterbacks would go head-to-head. Very important that they don't get caught up in the individual matchup. They just go out, work against these defenses that they're facing, and try to put up as many points as they can. The thing about this tight end is he is not only a great blocker, but shows here early in this game he can make great catches as well.
A completion makes it second and short. Looking for a man. Catch made over the middle. The defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Did not get there, and now it's going to bring up fourth down and 1. And the Tigers will line up to kick it away. That's just the first punt for this offense tonight. And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They need something out of this possession. Last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. He lets it rip. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Oh, he's bringing it back. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Love to see defensive backs who are able to locate the football and break on the ball and be able to go up and make a clean interception. Great play here.
The offensive coordinator's got to love this starting field position. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch downfield. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Automatic on the PAT. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Boy, great play here by a Clemson defender. It makes you think of all these great Clemson defenders they've had over the years, like The Fridge or Daquan Bowers, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, and of course, most recently, Miles Murphy, who got drafted just a few years.
Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's hauled in. What a catch. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, LSU. Way too much speed on that play.
Just when we thought this game might be slipping away, these guys come right back down the field with a quick strike and a touchdown, and it's back to being a close game.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Quick throw, testing the middle. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down. At the 25 at 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Zags the quick throw. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Very tight coverage. It's incomplete on the deflection. The Tigers will have to punt this one away.
On 3rd and short, the offensive coordinator has his entire playbook open. You could run it or you could throw it. Either one's available. They chose to go through the air here. They're just not able to hit it.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. Gonna run it. It's Durham. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. On the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over it that time. It's 3rd down for the offense. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Throwing up play action. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. They bring the punter onto the field now. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Now coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Here's the first play of the drive. They start at the 28. Send the back in motion. Scanning the field. It's Klubnik. And it's caught across the middle. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
And the back gets the football. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield to rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
Let's it fly to the wideout. He makes the grab. They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42. So after a competitive, fun first quarter, we are all even. Let's check out some of the stats from that first period. After a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking to throw here. That's reeled in. It's Moore. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
A completion sets up a second down play. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, they told us all week that they thought they had an opportunity to get this tight end the football, and here they are early in the game showing that they mean business.
They try to sneak it for the first. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play. He'll be brought down. Nice play to make the recovery, but he stopped short of first down yardage.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
Running play called on fourth down. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's hauled in way downfield. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, LSU.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. A quick strike to be able to climb back into this football game. Now can the defense do their job and get a stop and give this hot offense the football back?
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Defense got a big fourth down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. And looking to throw now on first down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down. Out of the gun now on third down. A deep shot to the right. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. And the Tigers will line up to punt it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. He'll field the punt. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the speedy returner, a big gain on that one. Coverage team barely able to stop him. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike. A one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Looking to throw it on first down. Pass not complete.
Well, he's already thrown an interception here in this first half. He doesn't want to make a habit of this going forward. Almost threw another one.
Second and 10 after the previous play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. They're going to run it here. Oh, and he fumbles! Able to make the recovery and avoid a crushing turnover. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. To throw, it's Klubnik. Pulls it in, it's Williams. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing on the play.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, when you run that out route, it's going to end up very close to the sideline. Love his awareness to realize not only keep his eyes on the football, but where he is on the field. He gets his toe down before he goes out of bounds for the catch.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Brought down and crosses midfield to the 46.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That's reeled in. It's Moore.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
This is the 6th play on the drive. To throw, it's Klubnik. Pass complete on a crossing route. Good enough for first down yardage. They bring him down with a veteran quarterback. Shows off that trademark arm strength.
I mean, we're not even to halftime yet, and I don't think this guy wants to take a break once we get to the half. That's his 5th catch and counting.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He finds his man. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone. High completion, good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Back to throw again. Grab behind the line. It's Randall.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Clemson now operating in the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It's a quick grab. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker. 3rd and short now on the 10th play of this drive. Try and muscle for the first down. Running through the tackle. Able to convert on 3rd. Sets up 1st and goal, the 8.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
The Tigers line up with a 1st and goal. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense flies in to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Trying to bait this defensive line into believing they have a shot to get to the quarterback on the pass. Instead, they recognize screen right away, make a really nice play for lost yardage.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you lose the battle at the line of scrimmage here on second down to bring up this third down. Now, as a play caller, you really got to be thinking about pass pro and giving this quarterback a chance to throw the football to get this into the end zone.
And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away.
29 Philly.
Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. Makes the grab, a chance to score. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. They'll set up with a chip shot on the left hash mark. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone, and the defense come up with a stop this time. Ball handed off. Look out, room to run here. Breaks into the clear. They get him down, but that was the kind of explosive chunk play this offense has been looking for. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Refusing to be stopped in this play. They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a 1st down.
Chris, it really looked to me like those linebackers in zone coverage had their eyes in the backfield looking at the quarterback. They lost the running back sneaking out on that angle route. And I thought the quarterback did a nice job of waiting, being patient, and then making a nice throw for a 1st down.
Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Johnson. The pass rush closing in. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Just a big 3rd down play here. The defense does everything right. Everybody's covered. The one thing they didn't account for is the quarterback. And he has great presence of mind here to be able to pull this down on this 3rd down play. Not only does he pick up the 1st down, he gets inside the 10 to set up the 1st and goal.
And the defense wraps him up.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Caught near the goal line. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Oh, man, these guys will not be stopped. You're talking about putting up points before halftime and then really putting some distance on the scoreboard. This defense is officially reeling.
LSU 28, Clemson 10.
So no return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. Using his legs, it's Randall. Really solid 1st down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. It's a short completion at the tight end. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Corner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Takes a deep shot on the move. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. Tackled after the pick, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and they bring the football out to the 25-yard line. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Eager to get something going as we begin the third quarter, cut in to this huge lead. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Takes off in a bootleg. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
The loss sets up a 2nd and long from the 20. Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down. And the Tigers hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field.
But there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
And he'll just throw it away to avoid the sack.
Boy, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop, and there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
Catch made on the out route. Breaks a tackle on the play. Makes a decent gain.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. And they pick up the first on the ground. Finding space at the 20. Enough to convert on 3rd there. So first down from the 12 now.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for it.
Swarm to the pass rush, a sack.
The defense, I think, sensing some urgency in this red zone. First down play, good job of pressuring the quarterback, pushing him back and putting him in a tough spot now on second down.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. Second, just standing there, gets hit again.
Finally, the defense is able to come up with a play on this drive. Let's face it, this offense has been able to put things together. Quarterback's had a nice drive, but finally, great job of getting the pressure and getting after that quarterback.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Bringing pressure. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, the advantage there obviously was with the defense on 3rd down and long. And they do a good job of taking away things downfield. But, man, you got to account for the quarterback taking off and running. Nobody does, so he gets big yards. And now he gives the offense a chance here on 4th down.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Here's a throw underneath to the back. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete and nearly picked off. They waste an opportunity for a much-needed takeaway, but it does set up 4th down.
Oh, man, nearly a disastrous play there by the quarterback. Look at his facial expressions right now. He knows that he caught a break, trying to force the ball in there. He's going to have to make better decisions moving forward and work through his progressions to find his open man.
Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and a receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, they'll keep their running game churning.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Play fake, looking to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done. They come up 3rd and short. This is the 8th play of the drive. Takes the snap and takes off on a run. That's good for 1st down yardage now at the 26.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down. Know what you need to do. Get the 1st down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that much closer to securing a victory.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And the long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. And he finds his tight end for the catch. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. trying to help this defense down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Touchdown, LSU. They continue to roll up the score.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
And they tack on the extra point. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. You bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
First down, looking to throw the football. Looking deep down the right side. Caught way downfield and still running inside the 20. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. After one enormous play, the offense is set up with a 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Here's the handoff. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
3rd down upcoming after that completion. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. And they convert. 1st and goal now, coming up at the 5.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball, he had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
Ball back at the 6 for 2nd and goal off that loss. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Quick completion to the tight end. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a 1st down.
1st down here for this offense. And check out how he's been spreading the football around between his targets, getting everybody involved in this game. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Back Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Scanning the field. It's Nussmeier. Throwing for his running back. Makes the catch. It's Durham. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Pressure is coming. Caught on the outside. It's Thomas. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Good job by this quarterback, recognizing not just the blitz, but seeing the man coverage, able to put that right on the money to be able to pick up a nice gain.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Man, I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on 3rd down. Now, big decision coming up here on 4th.
Here comes a gamble. Offense on the field, going for it on 4th down. Design quarterback run. Looks like LSU has the first down.
I can't believe the call here by this offense. A lot of teams, they're not going to keep it on the ground in this situation. 4th and 1, 4th and inches is one thing. But they needed more than that here. And they line up and hit this defense right in the mouth and pick up a first down. Give a lot of credit.
He'll take a deep shot here. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
Chris, those deep shots, to me, the advantage is with the quarterback and the receiver because you know where the ball is. Great defensive backs' only chance is being able to locate the ball and be able to go up and knock it away. Really impressed with his ability to find the football, which allowed him to be able to eventually make the play.
Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, you can see what happens when you try to squeeze it into a tight window. An incompletion is probably the best result you could have hoped for because an interception is the most likely outcome anytime you throw into double coverage.
But it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop.
Wow, Chris, I don't know. You got control of this game, and you go for it here? A little bit confusing. Why even allow your opponent any chance of anything? Finish out the win and just punt it away.
Dropping back. It's Klubnik. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
That's caught. It's Williams. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Smith. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Looking to throw it again. Makes a quick catch. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
You talk about being in the zone. This guy continues to make big plays. That's another touchdown pass for the quarterback.
Point after, not right through. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner decides to field it. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. On the move. Can he make it? All the way for a touchdown. What a highlight moment. The kickoff taken all the way back for a touchdown.
Man, a kick return for a touchdown is one of the most electrifying plays in football. Everything has to align right. Great blocks. Return man hits the crease just like he did there. Then he's off to the races. By the way, if I'm the kickoff coverage team, I don't know if I'd be kicking to this guy anymore.
27.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Caught behind the line, it's Randall. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion. The Tigers will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. To throw, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab. It's Smith. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Looking for a man deep on the right side. It's caught inside the 30, still on his feet. Touchdown, Clemson. This offense is still clicking. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
You know, when we were out in practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You can see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Thomas. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Grinding away on the ground. Across the 30. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the 4th quarter, critical down in distances, and this guy is just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
Tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Here comes a handoff. Gets some space around the 30. Out of bounds after another huge chunk on the ground. What a job by this offensive line today. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Pass caught. Can he get in? The defense makes a saving tackle at the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense gets these guys to third down. They get a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
That's a new set of downs, and it's 1st and goal for the offense. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Touchdown, LSU. Add 6 more points to the total. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
And he knocks through the PAT. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Desperate times here. They need points, and they have to score quickly. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Grab behind the line. It's Randall. Shows off the moves there, but ultimately not much of a gain. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry up.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
And 1st down for the offense.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Caught over the middle, it's Williams. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. Second down play coming up.
3:25.
Looking to chuck it again. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Tackle made after a big gain. Ball moves to the 21. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. First down, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And the defense is going to win this game, crushing any chance of a comeback. Now they can secure the W by just kneeling down. And with the game in hand, the offense just takes a knee. Well, this one, defied everyone's expectations except this lower-ranked team. Nobody gave them a chance not just to win, but to blow out this respected team.
Oh, they came in at the very beginning of this game. You can almost feel it, a chip on their shoulder. Every single possession, they seem to be locked in on both sides of the football. Now, what can they do with a win like this, realizing how good they are capable of playing? Be interesting to watch down the road.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.